Friends, welcome to Acharya 90 FM, your own radio. Myself Tejaswini. Today, in our guest interview, we have invited Mr. Prashant Sandu sir. Welcome to our Acharya 90 FM studio.
Welcome, thank you.
In our first interview with Prashant Sandu sir, we have gone through his Ayurvedic journey in Sandu Brothers. But today, as a person, as a writer, and as a literature, we will be knowing more about his two books. He has written two books in English, which are Clueless and The Road Less Traveled. So, first of all, sir, I would like to ask about your two books which you have written, when they were published, and what was the thought of writing the books behind?
When my brother told me one day that I can write fiction, so I thought that why not try it out.
Okay.
So Clueless is a murder mystery which is 80 to 90 pages, and it has been given to Amazon.
Okay.
So it is not published in the hardcover, but it is a
Soft copy.
ebook.
Ebook, yeah.
And secondly is The Road Less Traveled. The Road Less Traveled is actually a translation of a Marathi book. The Marathi book is called Karta Karvita. It was written by Mrs. Meenakshi Sarvate from Nagpur, who was the principal of Dumb and Deaf School. So I thought that this is a good topic and I should put it into English so that more people can read it. So about these two books, what I can say is it has been having lots of likes, but I don't think it has gone outside Maharashtra or outside India. So I would like a viewership which will go out of India also. And let's see what happens.
Yeah, but what was the story? Could you?
Clueless is like it is a story of two scientists. One is an Indian, one is a German. So the German scientist, when he comes to India for some research, a plot of killing the Indian scientist is made, and by mistake they kill the German scientist.
Oh.
Now everyone is clueless. How and why was this man murdered? And so the story goes, how he was murdered, why he was murdered, what is the motive, what is the murder weapon. All that thing which happens in fiction comes there. And at end it is decided that this was a clueless murder. That's the story in 80 to 100 pages. Second book is more important, The Road Less Traveled. A mother who is a singer, who wants to make a career in singing, could not make her career in singing because she realized that her son is dumb and deaf. So then she took all the lessons, all the courses in dumb and deaf, and she joined the dumb and deaf school. And then from the dumb and deaf, she put her child in a regular school. The child did his SSC in first class, and then she told that he should take further education. So she sent him to USA in Gallaudet University, where he took further education, and then he came back as a teacher. So her journey, the road less traveled. People don't sacrifice their career for their son, but she sacrificed. So it is a very important thing, and I think this should reach lots of people. I am contacting the institutes all over India where the dumb and deaf schools are there, the dumb and deaf college is there, and I am giving them free copies. So this book will be published in May, and I will definitely give one copy to
Acharya
Acharya College.
Yeah, definitely. Sir, now I would like to request you, which are the writers you keep on reading, or which are the writers which you follow, and which are your favorite books?
Favorite books and favorite authors are many, but I can point out certain writers who have made an impact on me. There is Robin Sharma, there is Ayn Rand, there is Somerset Maugham, William Wordsworth, Robert Browning, poets, as far as the English is concerned, And as far as my mother tongue is concerned, Pula Deshpande, Vappu Kale, Acharya Atre, Ram Ganesh Gadkari, Vappu Kale, and also the ghazalkar like Suresh Bhatt, Bhimrao Panchal. So these are from the Marathi side.
Yeah.
And from Hindi side, Munshi Premchand, then Hari Shankar Parsai, Harivansh Rai Bachchan, Madhu Karnik. So these are the things from other things. But basically, let me tell you, the philosophy of P.R. Sarkar has had a great effect on me. P.R. Sarkar tells you about a theory which is called as PROUT. P-R-O-U-T, PROUT. Progressive Utilization Theory. And this, he says, is a solution to capitalism and communism. You see, communism has failed.
Yeah.
Capitalism will fail. So what is the alternative? So he has come with an alternative theory. Now see, we will have to study the theory. Whether that is the only theory which is the solution, I don't know. But let me tell you here 4 lines from Ved. वेदों में की 4 लाइनें मुझे याद आ रही हैं. संगच्छध्वं संवदध्वं संवो मनांसि जानतां देवभागं यथा पूर्वे संजनाना उपासते समानी वाकुति समानां हृदयामिव समानमस्तु मनो यथा वह सुसहासति. So Sangachadvam, we are a society, we are a samaj. We have to move together in unison with one thought, one heart. That is what Sangachadvam says. It is time that people get together. It is time people work together. See, I am thinking of a time when there will be one humanity, one government, one unity, one place and one society which will be ruled by Sadvipras or the moralists. I am waiting for such a thing to happen.
Yeah, definitely. Now I would like to ask you, as you said, you mentioned some authors, which are your favorite authors, but can you elaborate why you like the specific authors? What is the reason behind it?
Talking of Robin Sharma, he is a management guru and I am a management guy. So his management theory appeals to me. When Robin Sharma was asked, what is the purpose of life? He said, a life of purpose. He just twisted the words and he gave the answer. I appealed. Then Greatness Guide, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, such books he wrote, very conventional. He talks of the 7 sages of Sivana. He talks of going to Himalaya. A Indian author who is born and brought up in USA. He comes to India, why? Because of the spiritual heritage. And then he writes. And he writes on management. Very interesting thing. So he appeals to me. Ayn Rand talks of selfishness. Ayn Rand, who was born in Russia, she defected to USA, married an American person and lived with him for 40 years. She wrote many books. She wrote a drama called The Jan of 1926. 26 Jan, night of 26 Jan. She wrote books on Anthem, We the Living, on selfishness, Atlas Shrugged. And here she tells of the hypothetical figure of Atlas who is holding the earth, that if he shrugs, what will happen? The earth will go out of orbit. If the earth goes out of orbit, do you think we will survive? No, we will all die. But then, she doesn't say that this is the end of humanity. She says while the earth is shifting, people will also shift They will go to the moon, they will go to other planets. So she is talking of interplanetary movement. So this appeals to me. Then if you come to Pula Deshpande or Vapu Kale, they are simple and humorous things appeal to me. Pula Deshpande, when he saw Three Penny Opera, he immediately wrote Teen Paishacha Tamasha. And it was a beautiful rendering. When he saw Pygmalion, he wrote Ti Pulrani.
Yeah.
And Vapu Kale's Vapurza is quite famous.
Yeah.
I mean, the Maharashtrian community knows these people very well. And Munshi Premchand and Harivansh Rai Bachchan, Madhushala, such a beautiful composition by Harivansh Rai Bachchan. And so these people appeal to me because their way of life is what I am following myself. You see, three things are there which are guiding me. From confusion comes clarity. From failures comes victory. And from struggle comes progress. I have failed in my life and I have tasted victory. I have had a lot of confusions. I am having clarity.
No.
And I am struggling, I am progressing.
Yeah. There is a thought process in your talking. So I think you have a spiritual base also. Even reading books, and reading gives us a way to a spiritual process. So have you undergone any spiritual training, or have you thought of taking spiritual training from anybody?
Yes, I have been trained for 1 month. I was in Ranchi, and there I was in an ashram, and I went wherein I learned the meditation in 6 steps. It is called 6 lessons. And in 1979, I got initiated. I got a guru. I got a Sadguru. And the training period of 1 month was physical, psychic, and spiritual. On physical level, they taught us all the asanas. Almost 25 to 30 asanas I have learned.
Okay.
I can practice, and I am practicing.
Wow.
On psychic level, they taught mental exercises, how to improve your concentration. Anulom, Vilom, Bhastrika, Kapal Bhati, all those breathing techniques. And on spiritual level, they taught us that only one thing has to be remembered, that Atma Mokshartham Jagat Hitayasya. आत्मा का मोक्ष तो करना है, मगर जग का हित भी देखना है. दोनों साथ में साथ चलेंगे. And I think this is a comprehensive philosophy. After 40 years of meditation, I think I have changed. I have changed. My thought process has changed. My talking to people has changed. People who saw me 40 years ago, they say, अरे ये तो बंदा उल्टा बदल गया. क्या था और क्या हो गया? That time my guru had asked me, what is your name? I said, Prashant. He said, do you know the meaning of Prashant? I said, no.
No.
So he said, Prakushta Rupena Shant. जो इतना शांत है. And I was exactly opposite.
Yeah.
I was not at all shant. I was ashant.
Okay.
So from ashant to
Prashant.
This journey has been very fulfilling.
Okay. So could you put more light on this journey? How from Ashant you became Prashant?
Yeah. The day I started doing asanas, I found out that slowly my physical problems are getting solved. I had stomach problem, I had gastric problems, they solved. I had sleeplessness, that solved. I had anxiety, fear, that also reduced considerably. And slowly and surely I found out that the way I look at the world now is quite different than what I was. I was a Charvak follower. Khao, pio, mauj karo. Nothing else.
Yeah.
That's all. That was my life first. But that changed. Now, live and let live. Jio or jine do. This concept has come in. So this is a change which has happened in 40 years. And I think in 40 years, I mean, it might not be the end of the journey.
Yeah, it's a long process.
It's a long process. And in this 40 years, 32 years ago I got married. So after marriage also things have changed. The girl who married me, she married me on the basis of my EQ, educational qualification.
Yeah.
That is a graduate management trainee and is working in a family business.
Yeah.
So everything was settled. But she did not know the character of myself. She did not know how this person is in reality. But she realized that whatever sadhana is doing is good. She herself has got a guru from Allahabad and she is already into the spiritual practice. So both of us are on the spiritual practice. And then she realized that ye aadmi kavita bhi likhta hai. So she said, well, everything is okay, nothing to bother.
Yeah. And I think you mentioned about your sadhana. So your guru was Prabhat Ranjan Sarkar, which you mentioned when we were talking. So how was taking lessons from Prabhat Sarkar?
See, actually, Prabhat Ranjan Sarkar in 1955 started his organization. So I met him in 79.
Yeah.
It is almost 55, 60, 25 years later. So there I had a contact with my Gurudev. But उनके जो चेले हैं उन्होंने मुझे सब लेसन सिखाए. Prabhat Ranjan himself did not teach me because he said that now I cannot look after each one. So he had cadre. Cadre formation was there. They call themselves Dadas and Didis. The ladies are taught by Didis, the gents are taught by Dadas. So this organization in 1955 was so much controversial that Indira Gandhi in 1971 put my Gurudev in jail. 5 years he was in jail. But in that 5 years his organization became global. And now it is spread to different nations also.
Okay.
So now the dadas who teach men and the didis who teach women are also foreigners. And there are thousands of these
They are followers, yeah.
They are followers.
Yeah. But how do you differentiate? As we have Aurobindo Ashram,
See,
we have Asaram
yeah.
Bapu, we have so many organizations.
But
how
you got
differentiate?
Arya Samajis.
Yeah.
You got the followers of Gadge Maharaj. You got followers of Jyotiba Phule. You got followers of Vivekananda. You got followers of Ramakrishna Mission. And you have got Osho, Rajneesh, and so many other people. So these people are similar in their thought. Their thing is Muktyakanksha Sadguru Prapti. So they want moksha. Now you also will wish to have moksha. I want to have moksha. But do I know what is moksha? I don't know. So the sadhana teaches you step by step to go nearer to your goal.
So now we'll move on to your poems. So
Okay.
all our listeners are waiting to listen your poems. So could you share some of your poems?
Yeah. This is daughter's observations. The daughter is telling me.
Okay.
And when you thought I did not watch, I saw you preserve my first painting and hang it on the wall.
Wow.
This act tells me all that it was precious for you to install each and every scribble I made the year around. And when you thought I did not watch, I saw your persistence in massaging Ai's legs, preparing tea for her when she was disposed with fever, and drop and pick me up from school. And when you thought I did not watch, I saw you cry when your left eye had third stage palsy, yet read news and write poems. I saw what a doting husband, dutiful father, and obedient son you were. And when you thought I did not watch, I saw you donate generously to the dadas and didis and do meditation quietly. And when you thought I did not watch, I saw you nurse the dog, feed the cat, and play with the kittens. Saw you doing Narayan Seva. Saw you joined Rotary. Saw you walk 3 kilometers. Saw you help other people. Saw you help blind man cross the road. Saw you give instructions to drivers about address. All this I watched, and I feel proud to be a daughter. You are my idol, my advisor, my guide, my friend, my philosopher.
Wow, very nice.
Another one is, when life does not propose unanswerable questions, when life just flows on the ocean of creation, when life's purpose becomes purpose of life, When my audio is aligned with my video, then meet me stranger, greet me Anamika. Let's walk together on the road not taken forsaken.
Wow, beautiful.
So such are my thoughts, and I think when I give you the link, you can see, read all of those thoughts which I was.
Now also you do write in your spare time, right?
Yeah.
So any recent creation can we hear?
Recent is this latest one. To be or not to be is the question of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
To die or to do or die, or doing die or die doing, is the question of Margis. Since Baba has said it. Gandhiji said do or die. Subhash said you give blood, I will give you freedom. Baba said die doing, do while you die. So the thought circle is complete. Directions are given, duties to be implemented.
No. Good one.
Last one, I really want to read a poem. Yes, a song for a seagull. Wings of longing fly to a forgotten land, where few dare go, because few do know. Spread your wings and fly. Try to touch that star, where no heart cries and no heart dies. Break the chains of dead traditions. Leave the cage of laws and limitations. Open up your mind and fly to that long lost land where all are free. And you can be, yes, you can be. Fly to that land and see how truth is grown and justice sown, how love is reaped and truth and peace. Wings of freedom fly, reach that God within, and at last be free, and at last be healed.
Nice one. So thank you for joining us on Acharya 90 FM and sharing your spiritual thoughts and also all the creations made by you. So friends, today in our guest interview we had Mr. Prashant Sandu as a poet and author for his two books, which are Clueless and The Road Less Traveled. So we will be meeting up with the next guest in our next guest interview. Till then, myself Tejaswini taking your leave. Thank you for tuning.
Can I end with a shloka?
Yeah, sure.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gururevam Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Thank you.
Acharya